Yeah. Alright. Scene 2, take 2, episode 2, which is my lucky number. Exactly. Yeah, it's a special episode.
Alright.
Type shit. Come on.
Hi guys, welcome to the camera episode. Thank you for tuning in, and we'd just like to say thank you again for the 1,000 subscribers. My name is Ian Tweeney.
My name is Andre Sahu.
And today we have a special guest, a special friend of mine. His name is...
I'm Jason Boateng. Nice to be here on the pod. Nice to be here, my brother.
I've been meaning to get Jason on for a minute still, can't lie.
Yeah, man, it's been a sec.
Yeah, so how do you two know each other then?
We've known each other for years.
Years.
Like,
when I look back, it's crazy. I knew you when you were young.
We were primary school basically.
Literally.
Basically.
Shit.
I didn't deep it until like recently.
Yeah, because it's like, think about it. So obviously we met through being at Stagecoach together.
That's first training.
Shout out Stagecoach.
Shout out Stagecoach.
You know we know.
Yeah.
So met through Stagecoach, Romford. The thing is, we weren't even in the same school at the time. I remember you must have been like morning school.
Yeah.
And I was like afternoon school and at the time. But then obviously we ended up being in the same thing. So it's like, we must have been a good what?
I think
7, 8,
yeah.
Something like that.
7 or 8.
7 or 8?
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's before primary school, fam.
No,
Oh no.
Literally in the midst of all of that. So,
because
now we're grown men.
Literally, because I remember he's like the poster for stage credits. No, it's a joke, but he literally is. Like he's on the posters and stuff.
Oh
no, yeah, I remember. There must have been one bus a stage was had an ad for at the time, and like my face was on it. And
on the bus?
Yeah, on the bus, on like a red London bus. I'm thinking to myself, like someone must have taken a photo of it and sent it to me, be like, oh, look at this, I'm thinking to myself, no one told me and no one asked me about this. I was a kid.
Hey,
so
you didn't even
get paid.
Exactly. I'm thinking, my face has been on a bus and I didn't even know.
Yeah.
No, I can't obviously knock Stagecoach because obviously Stagecoach is probably the main reason why I actually started getting into this and started wanting to think with this anyway. So shout out to them though.
I think it happened kind of just naturally, and like all of us just find it.
I remember it must have been back in few EV sessions as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, EV elevated vibes. So basically, what that is like we have your normal Stagecoach. What is it? Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3? Was it
Yeah, we must have been stage 3 at the time.
Yeah, stage 3. Yeah. So after you complete the 3 freestyle high CK, it's just based on age, not ability.
Oh, okay.
And then there's an after school one, which is kind of based on ability.
Yeah.
You get to perform.
Because you had to audition to get.
You had to audition. You had to perform at the West End. That's how I was able to get that experience kind of. And then
Don't stop, innit? Don't stop! Don't stop! No. Do you know what it is, those Her Majesty's times, I kind of, not even that I took them for granted.
I took them for granted.
I really
being honest. Because
I took it for granted.
At the time, you didn't deep it.
Yeah. And that's, I feel like that's with most of the stuff, if you're doing this and trying to be in the industry as a child, you're always gonna see it and just this is just fun. This is just experience.
You know, it's kind of beautiful though, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. You're completely innocent to it. You
don't have an ego.
Exactly. Well, I had a little bit of an ego, but at the same time, I was still just looking at it as this is just something that's fun.
Yeah. You're not deep in how big this opportunity is.
Yeah, exactly. You're not deep in who can be in the crowd. You're not deep in all of these sorts of things. I remember thinking of and then I don't want to come across as I've done this many because it's really relaxing. But I must have done 3 or 4, something like that. Yeah. It's that's 3 or 4 times performing at Majesty's Theatre. You know what I'm saying?
It's in the West End, isn't it?
You know what I'm saying? People work their whole lives to get opportunities like that. Which is why I got a big up Stagecoach because these men really had it on lock in terms of actually
Stagecoach Romford specifically.
Exactly.
Each branch is different, but for us,
Stagecoach Romford is golden because it's it really it put us all on the map at the time because it's it really gave us all that kind of platform to just show our abilities and actually show cool, we're we're actually about this. We can actually do this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, and the whole experiences as well. Being there, like going through the whole tech runs and everything. You're sitting down, you're watching other stages as well. You're thinking to yourself, which stage is better? Is it this stage? Is it this stage? I mean, this school, this school. Like I remember,
I was in another Romford one.
Swear.
Yeah, it was called Theatre Training. Like literally, that was the name of it. I don't know what happened to them now, but I was literally there for a year. It was okay, like I liked it all. And then, but my sister was in stage coach, so Trina was there before me. So like, she was like, year one maybe. Like you know, the small ones.
Like
the full stage one is like an early stage baby one. So then when I went there, I was just thinking, wait, what's going on? Like, what's happening? That's how I met you, man. Basically,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that is mad.
I was already in another one, kind of, but I was only been there for like 2 terms, I think.
Oh.
So I was not fully into.
Yeah, you weren't like fully invested into it. Yeah.
But what about you? What you were about to?
Oh yeah. So like with like all that stage show stuff, it's like you would go there, you would get an opportunity like this. You would be watching the other stages or other schools rather, and like I remember we'd be thinking, okay, cool. I'm picking a random one, but imagine Stagecoach Ipswich or something.
Yeah.
And they would pull out something that's crazy. Like I remember one school would bring out brought out one Michael Jackson whole like medley set thing. And I remember I was watching, I was like, ooh. And I remember D was and I was like, hey, you lot have seen that one, you know. You got to be better than them. And I remember we must have performed at the time. One of our dress ones just wasn't that great. It was just like it was just out. And then I remember being pulled aside and they were like, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like I got to put up the game. Like it's like when we do it, you got to do it for real. And then it's like we must have got one of the loudest cheers. I mean, obviously our parents are always there showing love, but then other people from random stations they're actually showing that they were actually rating our thing at the time. So yeah, no, that was the whole overall experience was just the TT, man. It was so big. It was so big.
That's it. There was stagecoach in my area, but I don't know. I didn't do it because I've done something else. Remember I told you.
Yeah, Sylvia Young.
Before Sylvia Young, Rare Productions. Remember?
Okay, yeah.
That was a theatre company. I used to do like performances like Grease, Bugsman, Oliver Twist, like stuff like that. But there was a stagecoach, but I don't know why I didn't go to it.
No, I don't think every single stagecoach goes, isn't it?
Yeah, no, not even every single stagecoach goes. I think it's like certain ones from certain areas, and then I think it's also dependent on like the kind of like the size of like the group you want to take. Because some people would take like you'd see like kids days, but then for us, we would never take kids. It would always be like the older students and that. So.
And then likewise with them, they bring their adults as well.
Yeah, exactly.
It's great. But yeah, so that's pretty much how I got even into acting. Understanding just the basic fundamentals kind of thing.
Okay, so is that the same as you as well?
Yeah, literally. Like I remember, I'm trying to think of when I actually started. Yeah, I must have been like it was kind of similar to you, where my sister went first, yeah, so my sister went first, and my parents were kind of seeing how much it did for my sister's confidence, because that was like, obviously your kids at the time, you want your kids to be confident, you want your kids to be able to be social, talk to people, learning these sorts of skills, because on like a base level, like
even if it wasn't like the jobs and all that.
You know what I'm saying? It's like for all of the experience you're gonna get through just being in a place like that, that's the one thing it would give you. You can interact with kids, you'd be able to be outspoken, confident, all of these sorts of things. And so my parents were like, it's really a good thing for you. And so they were pushing that forward at the time. And I remember I went there. At first I was kind of like, this is cool, but like, it's whatever, innit? I was like, okay, cool, this is what I'm doing on my Saturday mornings. That was the kind of vibe, you know what I mean? It's like, that was the kind of vibe I was taking it from. But then, one thing I have to give them credit for, they kind of showed me love from very early. They were very, because I was a pretty outspoken kid, but they were very much like telling me, hey, no, keep going, because you're actually quite good. And then that kind of belief goes further and further, and then it's installed within you, and then you start believing yourself. Okay, cool, I'm actually alright. You know what I mean? So yeah, so it went through for the years, and then once I got to like maybe like I want to say 15, 16, they were actually showing me proper love, and they were like, oh yeah, cool. Here's this opportunity outside of station. Then I was like, okay, cool. You're actually like showing me a good level of love now, and that was when I started. At the same time, like. When you get to like sort of age, just like you're asking a question, okay, cool, what do you want to do in your life? Like, what do I actually want to do? and so I went to Southern Africa for boys into grammar school. And it's like there were some things I didn't like. I didn't particularly like sciences, but overall I was very much a kid who was like, I was decent at everything.
Yeah.
Like not that time amazing something, so I don't sound like I'm you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
but I was all right at most things.
Yeah.
And because I was all right at most things, I was kind of like, okay, cool. What do I actually like enjoy? Do you know what I mean? That's what really boils down to. You man just simultaneously nodded.
Locked in, fam.
It's crazy. But no, yeah. So you start to ask the question, okay, cool, what do you actually enjoy? And my parents asked me, my dad sat me down, I was like, okay, cool, what do you actually want to do with your life? And obviously, you know, African parents, they wanna tell you, okay, cool, there's all these opportunities doing this, doing that.
Lawyer,
I was saying lawyer, doctor, all sorts. And obviously you're like, that ain't me. And yeah.
Your mum had like a slight inkling, maybe this was.
I think she definitely did more than my dad did, because I remember there was there was even a point where so what I would do, I was also playing football at the time, and this wasn't even at a high level, but I was playing football at
Academy level or?
Nah, that's something. It wasn't even at a high level.
Just like for the school team.
Yeah, just like all that kind of stuff. And I remember, so I was doing like my Saturday mornings would be, I'd wake up, I'd go to a game, then after the game I'd go straight to stagecoach, and I'd straight to stagecoach, and a couple of times I'd be late.
So where did afternoon classes?
Yeah. That's why I changed, because I was doing football at the time. And it got to a point where D pulled me up and was like, like you're kind of slacking low key, because it's like, I remember I must have not done EV because I wanted to do football as well. So it's like, cool, you've taken this active space to step back in terms of this whole performing arts kind of thing. And now it's kind of like, you're kind of coming to a crossroads a little bit, because I can see you're putting back on effort in terms of stage shows and stuff. And it's like, this football thing, cool, I respect it. If you want to do that, do that. But you can't half-ass it. You can't put all your time into two things, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you got to kind of, especially at a young age, it's like, cool, you want to try things, you want to do as much as you can, but it gets to a point where you kind of have to be like, okay, cool, what do I actually want to take?
Especially if one of them is a talent that most people see you in.
Yeah, exactly. And it's both of these sports are very competitive. And it's like, I remember this one was horrible. I remember I got injured, and I came stage and I told you that I was injured. It was supposed to be rehearsal, so I can't really move that well. And I told her, it's like, class, she was vexed. But like, she was vexed with good reason.
With the whole situation.
You know what I'm saying? With the whole situation, and I was like, And then I was telling my parents about the whole conversation she was having with me, and I was kind of like, I was like to my parents, I was like, I don't really want to do stage coach anymore. Like, I really like. So obviously, I love football, can't lie. So I was like, I think I kind of want to do this instead of the other. And the football team I was playing for kind of like faded away a little bit. But my mom told me, you're not leaving stagecoach. If I'm saying one thing, I'm telling you, you're not leaving stagecoach.
I wanted to leave stagecoach at one point.
Do you know what I mean? Because there's a point where you feel like you're not
because you're just a kid, innit? Like,
it's like you want to do other things, and it's like you're discovering all these things about yourself, and you're thinking, is this really for me? Blah, blah, blah.
It's not cool.
Exactly, it's not cool, and especially not even. Actually, no, I'll be so real. Like being a guy at the time, going into okay, cool. A lot of things are way more acceptable now. And then like being a guy at the time, you're exactly. It's like I remember for so long, I didn't tell any of my boys that I did this, any of my boys that I did nothing, whether it be dancing, singing. I didn't tell my boys that none of that.
So you didn't?
I didn't tell none
Nah,
of them.
I told my boys.
Yeah, no.
Because I used to play for a school football team, but I also used to do like the performances at school. So, but then there was
They would know then.
Because I was scoring it, but they were supporting. They was like, go do the acting thing. But then they got a thing where like the football and the acting would overlap.
This is what I'm saying.
The drum teacher would get angry at me, and then the football teacher would get angry at me. So I was like, nah, fuck football. I'm not doing football anymore.
This actually is though, because it's like, bro, I swear, like, do you know what you feel like? You feel like Troy Boateng in.
I was thinking about that.
Like,
The basketball. Are you gonna do literally?
Like, do I choose basketball or do I choose like the acting?
On my life, I was thinking that. I was thinking that Troy Boateng. That.
No, wait, like, is that everyone then?
Yeah.
Can you relate to it?
Yeah. Slightly, yeah. Slightly, yeah.
Like, because I'm thinking to myself, what am I actually gonna pick? What am I gonna do? And because you can't do both. And as frustrating as it is, or it was at the time, I'm happy with the way that things went because I look back now and this was so much better for me. In terms of how I live my life now, in terms of how I want to be in the world, in terms of
You don't want to be a football star, do you?
nah, not really, not anymore. I would,
I mean, who wouldn't want to be a football star?
Who wouldn't want to be a
Let's
footballer?
say that.
Who wouldn't want to be a footballer?
But you're
I'm
not
gonna have
gonna-
my knee and
Yeah.
that.
My knee injury.
But generally speaking, like, if you offer me a chance to be a pro footballer, I'd take it.
You will do it. I think everyone will do
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
Most people
Exactly.
will do it.
Most
Yeah,
boys would.
most people will do it.
But even come back to the thing I was saying, and this isn't so because I love my boys and like my guys. Once they like heard it, once I told them about it, like they were incredibly supportive.
Yeah.
But I remember at the time, like I went to an all boys school, so the whole like stigma around it.
Yeah,
like,
that's
oh,
because
like,
you went to boys. I went to a public school.
there you go. So it's like,
Yeah.
and again, this has nothing like my boys. And the thing is, had I told them at the time, Garrett, they would have been supportive anyway. They would have been like, oh yeah, no, bro, deal.
So you don't know how they think because
Exactly.
it's all about how everyone sees you.
Yeah, these times you care about the social hierarchy. You care about how
Yeah.
you're going to be perceived. When
You're thinking that I'm not
I'm
gonna be cool with these guys.
exactly.
Like,
Now, I'm a bro, and you're like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna do what I want because
Yeah.
this is my life. But at the time, you're determining all these things and seeing how people think. So I was like thinking, oh, these men are gonna call me wet. These men are gonna call me this.
yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Wet.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I don't want to come across like that. I don't want to be like perceived as that. So I didn't tell them for ages. And the thing is, I'd say if I was gonna regret anything, like you know the thing you were talking about in terms of doing school performances.
Yeah.
For so many years, I didn't do them.
I didn't do a single one.
I done it up until year 8.
I did it. Like, year 8 was like the last one I did.
Yeah.
And then like I went from year 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Like I just did it. I didn't do it. It was only one like talent show thing that I did in year 13 because I was like, oh, this is my last chance to like do something. And I did like a whole dance thing. It was kind of cool at the time. But
Yeah, so he's a triple threat, you know.
Yes. So am I. So am I.
Shall we? Nah, do you know what it is? I'll be real though, yeah. I'll be real. Cool. I was a triple threat. I'll say it.
Yeah.
And
It's just that part. It's just that part because I can still dance.
Yeah, I'm saying.
I can act, obviously. I can dance. I just need to go to a couple of singing lessons because my voice is
I
dropped.
don't think I can do that. I can stage which I think, yeah, confident.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like
Stage show days, bro. I
It's
don't.
because when you're young, innit, you still got that like
Bro,
baby voice, so you can
Do you
hit
know
them
what
high.
No, you can't even hit me.
Do you know one of my first memories of you, yeah, bro? I remember you were doing up Cats in the Hook.
Yeah.
You were singing Michael Jackson back.
What?
Oh my
Michael-
god. Bro, you're laughing.
No
It
way.
was cold. I
You're
swear
singing
down,
Michael Jackson back?
Had the old, had
Lil
the
Ian?
whole-
Nah, I wish I
whole
could see that,
audience,
fam.
whole auditorium was there like, hey, he's going like that. Bro,
Michael
'cause
Jackson's bad.
I was one of
I think
like,
that's the first one where I
you know what I'm
did
saying? This was like
video.
your first like big role in the thing. So you were doing that, and I remember things. I was like, wow, like, bro, flowers to you, yeah, because I remember watching that.
The thing is, I looked up to Jason at the time because like he'd really been established. I think everyone knew he was good and everything in it. So I kind of took it in. So when I got given that chance, kind of thing, I was like, I want to be at least seen as Jason. I love
No,
this.
but see, this is why I like all of this though, because at the time, yeah, like. I okay, I'll put it in 2 ways because it's like I won't come and lie on this podcast. So I knew a lot of it did go to my head a little bit in the sense of like a lot of people were giving me flowers and giving me praise from early. So I was thinking to myself, oh, I actually must be alright then. I actually must be decent. But then there was also parts of me that was like, okay, let me not get too carried away because I'm good, but that like I'm good like here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like,
You don't know
I step outside of here, like I'm not even that I'm just anyone because obviously you have got to have that self-belief, but I was very much like, okay, cool. I'm not the big dog out here, do you know what I'm saying? I'm just the guy.
Even when we went to that Evie when we filmed at West End,
Yeah.
there was some serious.
There was some serious guys.
Serious people.
Some serious people.
Serious.
Some of the girls that were there at the
Oh
time,
my God.
the way they were singing, the way they were
Gymnastics as
moving,
well?
the gymnastics, like
I used to say the Olympics.
I was like, bro, I was thinking to myself, I do not have that in my bag. I ain't got that gymnastics thing on lock. And if I'm trying to, I don't know, I'm trying to be Martin Morales or something.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I wasn't familiar with your game.
yeah, exactly. But I learned, innit? But nah, that whole kind of scene, like, it definitely got to my head a bit at the time, but I was still like my siblings would help in terms of like keeping me kind of humble in a sense because they always told me like I would always look up to them. You know what I'm saying? It's like I would always see my sister, see my brother, like my brother.
Your sister and your brother doing
exactly.
Like
I saw them doing their thing. And, like I remember they both did Her Majesty's before me, and like they were having good feature roles, and I was like, wow, like that's crazy. I was like, I remember being in the audience, I was screaming shouting like little young me, I was screaming like, oh my god. So I was like, I was thinking to myself, you know, I want to do that, because I guess. And even okay, cool. Maybe this is getting too different. And I also, because I wanted to be like an uncle, this kind of want to ask you guys the same thing. But like, the reason for me that I love doing all these sorts of things kind of boils down to two things. One, it's that element of like being in it. You know, when you're actually in the scene or you're performing on stage, all these sorts of things.
You're the character.
You're in the character. You're in the zone, and you're in the scene with someone or even in the scene by yourself, and it's almost like this electricity that you feel.
Magic.
Where it's like, it's almost like you can literally almost feel it. Like you're there, you're communicating, everyone's locked in, everyone's moving, everyone's in sync.
Everyone's taking it 100%.
Everyone's taking 100%, and everyone's going for it. And it's like, everyone's in it. The audience, the people watching, the people behind the camera, everyone's watching it, and they're so deeply involved in what's going on, and they believe it. And as much as you believe it, they believe it. And it's like that feeling and that electricity, I love that. Like I remember times I would be on stage dancing, and then everyone's dancing, everyone's moving so well. I'm thinking to myself, yes, this is it. We're all locked in, all there, and it's like, and even if people are making mistakes, it doesn't even mean anything because we're all in it. We're all in it. We all feel that energy that comes from it. And that really is a massive reason why I love the whole thing about performance. And then on the other side of it, I'll be so honest, like, I like applause. I like people telling me well done. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's nice.
It's like a well done type
Yeah.
of gratitude kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it's like you feel seen.
Yeah.
It's like someone actually sees you for your talents and your abilities and know like the stuff that we're doing and the stuff that we try to do.
All the crazy stuff you do before you get to that bit.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like all of the work that's gone into this, it's like they don't see that. They just see the end product. So it's like when you're on stage and you get the well done, the applause, the crowds chanting, etc. Again, bit of an ego, but I really suck up.
It's good that you're owning it.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Because you work hard for this.
Exactly.
So
So it's like it feels good to get your flowers when you know you actually deserve them. I don't like it when it feels like I never like the thing where it's kind of like a pity thing. Like I'm just like, okay, cool, you tried. Like I want my applause to like feel earned, you know, feel deserved of myself. What about you guys? What's like the draw that really is like why you love doing this? Like why do you love this feeling of performing and all these sorts of things? Whether it be acting, performance, triple threating, or wherever lane you want to be in. Like what's the thing that like really draws you man in?
Do you want to go?
No, I'll go first. So I don't know if I told you this, but I used to be in a choir in school. Have I told you this before?
No.
Yeah, I used to be in the choir, innit?
The information on the phone.
Yeah, I used to be in the choir, and I went with my school, my primary school, to O2 Arena and Royal Albert Hall.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
How have I not told you this before?
I don't know, you tell me.
I don't know, but so I was singing, and I was like, I never thought I could sing, but I was actually.
You never even told me, because then when you said triple threat just now, I was like,
Yeah,
singing.
like, bro, ask yell about that.
You know, man.
The friends, like my old friends from school, like,
Yeah, they tell you.
because I was like, in my year, I was like, out of my class in my year, I was probably the only boy that was in the choir, except for the year below, and then the year below that was boys in there. But like in my year, I think I was like, there was only like me and some other guy in the choir, so it takes like balls to do that. And all my friends knew that I was in it as well. And I was thinking they was supporting it as well. So I was thinking like they could have been like, oh, you sing, yo, boys, like, yeah. So they were supporting it, and then from singing it, I done dancing as well. Always knew I could dance, and then I done street dance in school, and I thought that was sick. And I already liked acting, so then that's when my mum signed me up for the rare productions thing, because they done like musicals, because it was like I said, Oliver Twist, Bugs Malone, Grease, all that. So you're acting, dancing, and singing. And I remember the first time, I think it was Oliver Twist, the first performance, before I went on the stage, my stomach was, getting nervous. I was thinking, nah.
It's crazy, man.
But soon I was out there, I switched. I was like performing. I was like, yeah, this is. I love this. This is what I want to do. And then just when people are like smiling, like you know at the end when people's clapping, like see my mum smiling and me clapping, like I'm doing something that's making like some people proud. So that's one of the other reasons. The other reasons is screen acting as well. Like when I see like myself on the screen, like that alone is just like that's mad. Like I used to watch like watching actors growing up, and then it's gonna like now I'm seeing myself and I'm like, yo, that's actually me on the screen. Like that's sick. So that's like my reasons. What about you?
Mine is similar to yours and yours. So the first one is I used to watch a lot of films with my dad just before stage shows, just before I knew anything about acting kind of thing. I didn't even know acting like was start wise it could be anybody. I thought you were just picked by some upper government. This is me. This is little William, by the way. This isn't old William. But yeah, I used to watch films with my dad. It was like all how we bonded and stuff. So I used to watch all like the old 2000s, 90s, Western movies. And then another point is, you know, just these performing on stage. I believe it's the foundation of any type of acting kind of thing. The joy, confidence it brought me, the ability to be confident as well in public, taken into life situations as well. And then the third one I'd say is, like you said, screen acting. I feel like I knew I wanted to do acting, but once I hadn't experienced those with the Coca-Cola advert kind of thing, and I saw my thing on TV, my relatives were calling me up, everything. And just seeing it live, I was like, Jesus, like, this is what it's like.
Cool question, though, yeah. Because I've come to the realization recently. If you were gonna ask me what do I enjoy more, I realized I enjoy stage acting more than I enjoy screen acting. Like I love the end product of like what screen acting is. For example, when you were talking about seeing myself on screen.
You know what? That's actually
love
a good
that.
one.
I actually love that. Right?
Good.
I love looking at camera, because you know how some people can't watch themselves.
Yeah.
I'm not like that at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Some actors that they act and then they don't watch the
exactly.
film.
Like, and maybe the higher up we go in the industry, the more maybe we'll gain that trait. But for me, I like seeing myself there because I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I like seeing what I'm doing. I like seeing what I look like, all these sorts of things. I like seeing how potentially other people can perceive me, if that makes sense.
That's like me as well. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then, if you're gonna ask me, cool, what do I really enjoy more? There's something about doing theatre live that, like, whether it be in a massive auditorium or whether it be in like a closed space with like an audience of 20 people or whatever, like that I just really enjoy it. There's something about like the small intimacy of that space that allows for so much creativity to happen, and I'm just like, that I absolutely love that, because it's like we're all in on this little secret.
All in the present.
Exactly. We're all in the moment. Everything is live. Everything is happening. Even the mistakes. Everything is
just
happening.
natural.
It's just natural. Everything's flowing. Exactly. We can save it like that. We can throw it away like that. You know what I'm saying? Bro, oh my God. Have you told that someone this one?
What happened?
You have to tell it. You have to tell it. You have to tell it.
What, now?
Yeah, bro. Now's the time, man.
Basically, Captain Hook, Peter Pan.
Yeah.
So, Captain Hook.
You're Captain Hook?
Yeah.
What?
Was
Who was you?
I wasn't even watching this one.
Oh.
I was watching this
Were
one.
you that close?
No, I wasn't in that one.
Yeah. Basically, I'm fighting Peter Pan. Then I'll go away. I have to come back in for like another fight scene or something. And Hannah has told me that one of the people who's helping out at the time, she told me to go through the back entrance. I've taken a different back entrance. I've ended up in a chicken chip shop. Mind you, yeah, the show is still going on. Parents are looking at their children.
Is it?
I'm just gone. I'm out. My acting.
But what I don't understand is, how can you go into a chicken chip shop when you're in a theatre? That's what I don't understand.
That's the thing. It was across the road, isn't it? She was saying, Hannah said, go out, then come back in for another door. And I'm just bonkers in it, like I'm just not there. So like, maybe it's
that's actually.
Guys are waiting, bro.
Was you watching?
Yeah, bro. Guys are waiting. Everyone's thinking, where's he?
That's actually, I can imagine you doing that.
Where's he at?
Everyone's casting guys. I was like, where is this boy?
So when you came back on stage, what happened?
I just acted it out as if nothing happened.
Is it?
Yeah. Just rolled in.
So when he came back, he just
Bro, I look like so shameless, bro. Like that's actually so shameless.
no,
At the
that's
same
too
time,
funny. That's too
it
funny.
When I told you, that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
When he went back to the reunion, literally, it was literally going on about it.
Exactly.
It's like for memory, there, roughly, you talk about Captain Hook. They'll know exactly.
Exactly. They know like he's got rep.
Crazy.
Don't ever be like late.
You went-
Yeah,
But, like,
through
it was a
the-
mistake.
You're gonna learn anything.
I just want to see your face when you enter that chicken chip shop. You must have been thinking, what reality?
I
am
think it was
just
Adam's
eating?
probably found me.
Probably.
Yeah.
And everyone in that chicken shop was looking at you in a costume like,
Yeah, bro.
this kid's lost.
Wait,
This kid is a lost kid, fam. Nah, literally.
You're
Nah,
there and your cat's in the hook drip.
literally.
It's just there. It's
So he's a
vibes.
boss man. That's magical.
Man saying the line to boss man. Boss man's thinking, what is this kid on, fam?
It's just
Yeah.
vibes.
Crazy, man.
But yeah, man, it was. I can't lie. Like, of course, at the end of it, like, I was panicking. I was thinking, oh shit, I fucked up. But I guess I put all the other actors on pressure, kind of thing, but in a good way.
So,
Like, they were
wait,
able to
okay.
improvise.
So if you was watching, yeah. So when he went for time, what was the other actors
That's
doing?
what I'm gonna say. Like, they were just improvising.
Bro.
They were
vibes,
improvising.
bro.
Improvising.
Like how? Like what were they doing?
Bro, I can't even remember to some. I remember guys were just talking. Everyone's kind of looking around for ages. Like I can't remember who was playing Peter Pan, but they were all just kind of like looking around at each other, like, what do we do? Kind of thing. And it's like,
I think someone did a dance. or
yeah,
something.
something like that.
Something like that. And then all of a sudden they played music, boom, came in, as if nothing had happened. I was so upset, like, because like I felt like I let everyone down. But like,
Bro, the show goes on.
the show goes on. The show goes on.
No, man, and the thing is I feel like what's also good about that is that realistically, yeah, let's be honest, that experience lives with you forever.
Yeah.
If that makes
And you
sense.
never told me this. That's crazy.
I just don't think about it really. Maybe it's because maybe I'm traumatized by it. I don't know.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe
but
a little
that
bit.
trauma probably made you into a better actor.
Literally.
Because it's like,
Like,
you're probably never late for something.
That's actually I can imagine you doing that as well. Like I can actually imagine you doing that as well. That's actually funny.
But yeah, it was an experience.
Yeah.
A mad experience. Looking back now, it's funny, you know, but at the time, it's just like, and then but Lauren told me, like, don't worry about it, you did your thing. It was a good thing.
But yeah, bringing it back to the whole thing, like, I think overall, that experience of theatre and doing it live and all these sorts of things, I think that's what I personally enjoy more. Don't get me wrong, if you're going to ask me what I would prefer to have a career in, I'd probably tell you like TV, film, all these sorts of things.
Yeah, same.
But if you're going to ask me genuinely what do I think is more fun, what I think is more enjoyable, I think it's what you see
The
now.
screen is a lot of retakes. You're doing the same
Exactly,
thing.
same thing.
Pause,
over and
break.
over again.
Gets a
different
bit
camera shot,
repetitive.
repetitive.
Yeah, and like that's not to knock that in any way.
Yeah,
like,
because it's still stamina.
it's still exactly, it's a stamina, it's a grind. And this isn't to say that I don't like those sorts of things, because I also like the thing of doing my take, being like, oh, okay, cool, maybe I'll try it this way, or maybe I'll try it this way. When you, like, you know what I'm saying, just very, and because there's also a lot of play
You
that
get
comes
second
with
chance
that.
in screen, but theatre.
Exactly,
It's like-
theatre there's just like one bang go. You know what I'm saying? Or unless you're performing it night after night after night.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's why you're seeing now a lot of actors that are already established. Like, I think I've seen recently Tom Holland's doing like
Romeo and
you know
Juliet.
what I'm saying? Like, even Michael Ward recently was doing, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Toast
it's why you're-
Cole did as well, I think.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's why you're seeing a lot of these established actors go back into theatre and enjoy that, because that experience is kind of gets, the higher up you get in the industry, I feel like, especially in terms of like TV and film, you kind of get lost in that a little bit, because it's like
You lose your roots.
you lose your roots, because ultimately, let's be real, no one started, well, not obviously there might be some people, but no one really started.
Majority of them started.
Majority of actors is theatre.
Exactly, start theatre first and then run into the whole thing. Because I feel like also with the theatre thing, it's like you have more scope, let's say, to completely express yourself.
It's I'd say it's a lot easier from theatre to screen than from screen to theatre.
Yeah.
100%.
Because theatre, you're just you're everything needs to be heard. Everything's
Yeah.
expressive. With screen, you have to minimize that and bring it all into the center kind of thing, which is easier. Per se, acting, if you just went straight into the screen and it went to theatre, you're like, what the hell is going on?
Exactly. You're seeing people with like, when you see like, obviously your things be picked up in terms of audio and these sorts of things, but when you see people's diction in theatre, it's crazy. Just seeing the way their mouths move and it's like that sounds mad to say, but the way they're articulating, the way they're talking, it's like wow. I mean, I can hear every single one. I remember they used to say that.
Maybe there's a
Make
mic,
sure-
but it's not like they've got the audios, the ADR, all that business at the back.
Cool, there's mics, but they were like, cool, I need to hear every single word you're saying and I need to understand it clearly. And the person at the back of the theatre, the person in the top row, that's what they used to say to us. The person at the top row has to hear what you're saying. Has to hear
Always,
your face.
I remember hearing that from the person at the back. I said,
doing and being from that kind of background, and also just because obviously I grew up doing stage shows, all these sorts of things. I feel like that's also a factor as to why I enjoy it more. But I'd say for me, that's more the bag that I enjoy more. And I know that 100%, obviously, God willing, where my career goes, like I know I'll never like neglect that kind of side.
Yeah.
I'll always have a lot of passion and a lot of love for that. But what about you, man? Like if you were to say what you prefer, kind of thing.
We've said this.
we've said this so many times. I prefer screen. Well, I prefer screen. Like as of now, because I just like seeing myself on the big screen. But if you would have asked me this before, I would have said theatre because that's my roots. Like that's all I knew up until I done screen acting, and now I've done the two. I prefer screen, but I will always go back to theatre. Like if I become a successful actor and they still offer me like a theatre, I'll still do it because of my roots. I'll always do it.
For me, I said the previous episode, like I was just straight up like screen, but I will always appreciate theatre. I like even the actors that do it. I think their work ethic is just different. You can't compare that to screen. I don't think. I think it's not even just the confidence. It's not even like the magic that comes with it. It's just the way how you present yourself, how you're open and everything. It's just magical. Like everything's all in once, all live there and then. Like there's no past, present, future. It's all just now, the present kind of thing. And like I feel like that's really hard to emulate as an actor. So once you're able to reach a career in something like theatre, I think you're pretty much like you're never going to be a polished or 100% designed actor, but you're pretty much like there. Like
I feel like a lot of obviously people say this all the time, but it's actually true when they say like all of these actors and things like they're genuinely athletes. I'll be so honest. Like the way in which they perform, the way in which they're consistent, all these sorts of things. Like they are doing all these shows week in, week out, day in, day out, going on tours, all these sorts of things. Like going away, not seeing your family, all these sorts of things. Just to perform. You know what I'm saying?
Like the ones that go on the cruise ships as well.
Yeah, like cruise ships.
Yeah.
Like imagine being seasick and that, and like just.
And you're going for like 6, 7 months. Like that's crazy. Would you do that?
Do you know what it is? Part of me is curious about what the experience of that would be, but then I don't know if I could dedicate 6 or 7 months of my life to that. If that makes sense. It's like, yeah, you see them like do like a cruise in like Caribbean or something. It's like cool as hell because you get to travel to the Caribbean. You get to see all these different sides of the world and this, that, and the other, and obviously you perform and that's great. But then at the same time, I'm like, ooh, it's a long time.
That is a long time.
A long time to dedicate your life and be a part of just one thing.
Yeah.
In terms of like now the next step for you, in terms of like acting, like with agencies, auditions and stuff, like have you got any experiences with stuff like that?
Oh yeah.
The young boxers.
Yeah, the young bucks. Yeah, no, I feel like now, I'd say that, cool, how should I phrase this? Like, how you approach an audition is the biggest thing. I think one of my teachers must have said to me, treat every single audition you get, every single thing you're a part of, as if it's the last one you have. And once it's done,
forget about it.
Forget about it.
Because
it's such an emotional, it's so toxic.
It's so toxic because it's like you spend however long you get that email saying, oh, we want you to take for this. And then you're like, and the thing is, you're like, well, you are vexing me, yeah. On a side note, slight tangent, you know what vexing me, yeah.
He's gonna say something. No.
It's when they give you like bare details about the thing. And okay, cool, details is nice. But it's when they give you like bare details about the thing. They'll include like the pay, they'll include this, they'll include that, and this, that, the other things myself. So
you're
you start
thinking,
kind of, you're getting things, and what's your things myself?
I tell my agent, this is a trick now. I tell my agent not to send me in. Yeah, on purpose. Unless you get to, obviously if you get like a really cool stage then
You kind of have to know the information and know the stakes. But like, it's kind of like when you get to know all this information, this like the other, and it's like they show you fees, they show you what could be, this like the other, your mind starts to go. Me, I'm a very positive thinker, so and my approach to every role is like, oh, I reckon I got this.
I got this, man.
I got this. I'm doing this. It's like, I don't even think that's a bad mindset to
It's
have.
not, no, that's a very good
It's a
mindset.
good mindset to have, because that would be the thing that like keeps you going. But then it's also like having that calm down if it doesn't happen for you. Do you know what I mean? It's being able to pick yourself back up and then go again. Yeah. Because there was something I auditioned for recently, and I got like to, it was saying it was going to be on Netflix, and I got to like one of the final parts, which was me and like a couple of guys. And I remember one of the ladies that were there, she was telling me, like, very much giving me the energy of, oh, I actually think you have a good shot, I think you've done really well. And of course, like, you're going to believe someone that's there, that's telling you these things. And I really appreciated her doing it at the time, because I was very nervous, because it was like the first like major thing that I'd ever auditioned for. So I think
You got quite far.
exactly, I got quite far. So it's like, and this is something that I found myself as well. So it's like, I then, like, you know the things you meet a director, you start meeting all these people, and you're thinking, like, this is it. You know what I'm saying?
This is it.
And that's how you treat it. That's how I treat it at the time. And she sent me an email saying that, like, Solo was basically between me and this other brand, and not with the other guy. And I remember feeling so deflated at the time. But then one thing that my mum said to me, and I really love my mum for this, is like, you see that feeling you had when you first got when you got the first yes, and them saying, okay, cool, we want to see more of you.
Yeah.
That's the feeling you have to hold on to every single time.
Yeah.
And remember how you feel in this moment, because if you lose that and lose that excitement, lose that giddiness that you get when someone says yes to you, this industry will eat you up and chew you out and spit you out. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are so many no's and so many opportunities that will never land for you, but there will be the one that does land, that does hit, and it will feel amazing. Do you know what I mean?
It'll be the best thing.
It's just that when you finally get that release of yes, this thing has landed, and then the momentum starts going, and then things start picking up for you, and it's like you start to meet new people, start to experience new things, and I feel like one other thing as well is everyone's timeline and everyone's journey is different to yours. Because it's like you could be you could be looking around at like your works to other people that you know that are in the industry. You could be seeing what they're doing and thinking to yourself, bro, how am I not there?
Why is it not
happening for me? Why is it only happening for them? But then the thing you have to remember is like everybody's different. You don't know what your boy is doing. Truthfully, you don't know what he's working with.
Their struggle's quite different as well.
You know what I'm saying?
Worse than yours.
They'll be thinking about a completely different thing, being like, oh, why haven't I landed this, or why haven't I landed that?
And they have their other version.
Exactly. Oh, how am I not there? It's like everyone is looking around at the next person, being like, oh, why am I there? Why am I doing this? But then the thing we all really have to remember is everyone is on their own individual journey, and the time they will land is the time they will land.
Literally. Because what could happen? Someone could, your friend could be doing something, you could not be doing something, but then you can get an audition, but just boost your career.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
your friend is, you're above their level and everything.
And now everyone's looking at you, how have you done that? How have you done that? But realistically, you weren't even doing anything. It was
Literally.
different. It was just your time. And also, shout out to my mom again. Another great piece of advice she told me. Sometimes in this industry, I feel like a lot of times you see the kind of scope. You see, when I say the scope, you see the amount of people that want to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
I want to do this, I want to take this and do this full time. And there's a lot. There's a lot. The amount of drama schools.
Each year,
You know what I'm saying? It's literally that. The amount of drama schools, the amount of universities, the amount of acting schools, the amount of just stage schools, whatever. There's so many people who want to do this exact thing. But the thing you actually have to remember is there is space for all of us. When you really put it down, there is. Because there's always going to be an audition. There's always going to be an audition for someone that looks like you. There's always going to be, especially nowadays, like, hey, we're in the best time to be black and in the industry. Because we're, you know what I mean? This is the best time to be black and to be in the industry because there's multitudes of opportunities out there. You just have to find them, and when your time comes, you'll get that chance.
Thank you, John Boateng, for opening the path, by the way.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'll open up doors, and now we're here. So I really have to look at it, and those are the things that I really cling on to because it's like that, and obviously God as well. I owe it to Him in terms of where I am now, what my career will be.
Likewise.
But it's like it's always that feeling of there is space for us. As much as so many people tell you, oh, you're just one in a million, you're just this, you're just that. If you go in with the mindset of, oh, I'm just one in a million,
you're 50% down already.
Do you know what I'm saying? You've already lost. Because all of the people that have ever made it, all of the people who have ever done anything in their lives, they were just us. They were just people who thought to themselves at the time, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do anything? But they just did it. And it just happened for them. And that one person just told them a yes. And then they got a couple more yeses after that. And then they are where they are now. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, there definitely is space for all of us. Because you see new faces all the time. All the time. The John Boyegas of this world, if you were going to look back 10 years ago to see where John Boyega was, and if you're going to ask him, do you think you're going to make it to go this guy? He might be like to you, I don't know, like, yeah, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, it's the same thoughts, the same conversations.
Literally.
It's like,
because at one point, he was us.
Literally.
At one point, he was us.
At one point, he was us.
He was
at
us.
one point, all these people, what's it called, Michael Ward, at one point, he was us. Do you know what I'm saying? All of these people that we look up to, all these people that made things of themselves, they were all us at one point. So, if you really take it with that mindset of like, okay, cool, I can make something of myself, you just gotta go out there and do it. And then when it lands, it lands.
What? Before we put
And this is not even just for like acting. This is like
This is for life.
This is for life. Like
for life.
even if like you want to be rich, like if you put the work in,
we'll sign that you love.
yeah. Or if you want to, be like stable income, because like when you be like to your boys, like we're all gonna make it. Like when you say to your boys, deep, everyone has their boy group. If everyone makes it, then there's enough money in the world for everyone to make it.
You know what I'm
Just
saying?
if you're willing to do the work.
One thing we always do is we have like a word to close off the episode.
Just like one word.
Yeah. Like, just one word. The word of the day.
The word of the day. Persistence.
Persistence.
Because persistence, you just need it. You need to be knocking the door. You need to be. It sounds weird to say just like throwing yourself out there, but you just need to be putting yourself out there because you don't know who you're gonna meet. You don't know what person has seen that audition tape. You don't know what person has seen that email that you've sent and this and the other. And maybe you don't get a reply. Maybe they don't see this.
Maybe they're not replying to you and then they've got something else for you. And they just kept you in their mind.
Just kept you in their mind.
Because directors, they cross faces, you know. They want to see again.
Exactly. So it's like, it might be a case where, cool, this time wasn't your time, but because you put yourself out there, because you were persistent, because you kept going, because if you really want to make it in this industry, like, you have to keep going.
You have no choice.
The amount of people that don't make it, the reason that they don't, of course, extreme life factors of life happens, of course. But a lot of the time, the reason they don't make it is because they stop. Do you know what I mean? They stop and they give up. And I know for myself, and I know for the both of you, one thing that all three of us are going to do is we're not going to give up. I always say this all my days. I haven't put this out in the podcast.
Even if I have a wooden stick, no back.
You know what I'm saying? There is no plan B. It is plan A till we die.
That's what I always say.
Like there
What's
is
the point of a plan B?
Because
With your friends.
if there's a plan
It's
B,
like-
you have doubt that plan A isn't gonna work.
Is that when you're like friends ask you like if that doesn't work, what are you gonna do?
I always told them, no,
This is it.
This is it. I'm not sure.
Like my friends will see this, they'll know. All I told them is like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm working, I might be doing this on the side.
Yeah,
if you
but the
don't
end
know-
goal is
Because
this
I'm
is the end goal.
happy.
It's never gonna change.
I'm happy because I love it. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And I think like even if I'm doing part time to like make ends meet,
Yeah,
I'm happy. Like if you're doing it for something to like get rich, maybe that's
There's
the
easier
point.
things to do to get
Easier
rich.
things to get rich.
Way
100%.
easier things.
There's way easier things to do to
Do
get
not do this if you're just thinking about the fame and stuff.
literally all the money.
Because
This is
don't get me wrong, that the ideas of all these sorts of things
Yeah.
is great. Don't get me wrong, I understand it. But you have to do this because you love it, because you're dedicated to it, and you love the feeling that the act of the doing itself gives you.
100%.
Because if you're just doing this for the sake of, oh yeah, I just want to make money because I know
He won't even be able to act. It will just tell you. The camera will pick it up.
you know what I'm saying? It's just like you have to be so honest. There is so many easier ways to make money.
literally.
So many easier ways. Just get a 9 to 5. Genuinely. If you just want to make bread. And that's okay. There's literally nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting stability, all these sorts of things. So if you really want to do this and you really want to be a part of this, like, you have to give your all to it. You have to go with the mindset like, yeah, I'm going to make it happen. Plan A till we die.
Famous last words of the episode. Plan A till you die.
Plan A till we die.
Do you have any other stuff like coming up that you want to share, or if you can share?
Ooh.
When shorts.
Oh, actually, no. I can't even share right now.
You can't share it now.
I can't share right now.
Okay.
We just got, we'll hit our boys. Just,
Come on, boys.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Now I hear that.
Hear that?
when we land, we land.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We land, we land.
Instagram. Put your song
Oh yeah, my Instagram at JJ Boateng. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where it's gonna appear up on the thing.
underneath like your chest. Kind of.
Oh yeah, wow.
Or
Look at that.
Or above you.
Look at the editing. Wow. It's so great.
Thank you guys so much for enjoying this episode because we know you're enjoying it. And we hope to see you in the next episode. Don't forget to
Like, comment, and subscribe.
like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh, nice. This is a whole lot. Little outro.
Yeah, man, we got the outro.